DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, hope you're well. It is Friday, and to follow up on many people, Dave Nicholson amongst others always starts off with the temperature. So it's 21 and it's going to go up to, I don't know, close to 30, something like that today. And so that's all Celsius. So we've got guests coming over, so we've been getting the place ready. We'll be eating on the deck. But Mrs. DC over the years just loves, I like to say that, she loves parasols and she likes to set them up, and she's protecting her gardens. And I kind of laugh because also over there it's kind of like, I've been told before, it's a partially Canadian or a North American style garden. I say that because we have the birds up there, the mobiles, and they come from my brother-in-law's store. And actually my brother-in-law once told me he makes a pretty good income from just selling those birds. You know, he's got a garden center, but he told me he makes a pretty good income just selling these things, the mobiles. And everybody knows that cows fly, especially in Switzerland. Yeah, so over here slowly, excuse me, getting ready for a barbecue. We have friends coming over. Yesterday was Corpus Christi. Now, we are not Catholic, so it's not like a religious holiday for us, but we live in the Catholic part, or a Catholic canton, so a Catholic part of Switzerland. And in Europe and in Switzerland in particular, a lot of the days off are still related to different religious holidays. And in this canton, Corpus Christi is always the Thursday that follows it follows 10 days, something like that, 10 days after Pentecost or something like that. So over here, you know, people have Ascension, which is a Thursday. Then they'll have Whit Monday, which is Pentecost Monday for some, which is like 10 days after. And then 10 days after, they've got Corpus Christi. And then comes Then comes the summer vacations. And so for many people, it's kind of like the pre-vacation holidays. Okay, in Canada you would have, well, in Quebec, for example, there is St. John the Baptist, which is 24th of June, which is now called the National Day or something like that. And then you have on the 1st of July, Canada Day. And you know, Americans will have their own different holidays, especially the 4th of July. So, you know, it's not really all that different. The only thing here is that, you know, a lot of these things are related historically and traditionally to religious holidays. Yeah, so I'll be cooking some chicken, some pork, and some some sausages. You know, we're in the German-speaking part of Europe, so to say, Switzerland and Germany. So, you know, sausages are actually very good here. I'm only using one of the barbecues, but I'll be using, once the fire is ready, I'll be using this thing, which is kind of like a turbocharger. I put it in the middle, and I put all the charcoal in the middle in that, and it really the temperature goes way up. And I put chicken wings, which should be marinated, or they're marinating now. I put chicken wings all around it. So I'm gonna have, let me see, 12, yeah, 12, there'll be 12 chicken wings. And there's like some pork after it'll come, like pork slices, but they'll be cooked just after. So the chicken wings will be cooked in about 35 minutes and indirect heat on the barbecue. And you know, then after, excuse me, then after, while the friends are here, we'll be having some drinks. I'll put the chicken wings in the oven, and you know, having a beer or something. I will cook what's left, and That'll be really, really good. I will also cook the pork, and at first, you know, it has a rub on it, and then at first I'll cook it in indirect heat, and then finish it over what's left of the heat. And there's still enough heat, you know, to cook the sausages and all that. So yeah, you know, barbecue with veggies and corn on the cob, and actually, I know I got I'll be making some French fries, the real stuff, you know, in the deep fat French fries. People like them that way, especially in the barbecue time. And I know that the family that's coming over, they cook very well, but they do not do French fries. They don't have, anyway, whatever. And so I'll be making French fries. Yeah, so as we're walking around, here's like I brought you before, you know, it's kind of like I guess it could be the equivalent of my man cave for the moment, at least in the summer. It's where I put the barbecues in the winter, but you know, it's the setup for the charcoal and all that. So it's kind of nice to have a decent place, you know, for grilling. It's kind of one of those things that I really, really enjoy about having a house, you know, and having the possibility to do things like that. It is one of the blessings that's been given to us. There's definitely no doubt about that. I'll show you the bird house. There's no birds in it now. There was a family in it up to the point where the babies flew off, and now it's empty. So actually, I should go and empty it and clean it up for the next family that comes and moves in. You can hear the birds though. We always hear birds here. We've got the pond, which is, you know, that way, and it is there's always a lot of birds around here, so it's nice. I really say that we live on the edge, just the edge of the city. If you're, I don't know, if you're a street over there, there's the field, and basically we're on the border of the city. So we're in the city and not in the city, with the park in front and everything. So it is, you know, really nice actually. Oh, I'm looking forward actually to have these friends over. One of the persons that'll be there is their son. Well, it's Mrs. DC's best friend, the lady, and the son is Mrs. DC is the son's godmother, and vice versa. The lady is our second son's godmother. So, you know, there's a very strong attachment and bonding between them and us. I mean, we were neighbors, goodness, in the early 1990s, and have stayed close ever since, you know, and they've moved on to, they bought themselves a house. We did as well, and so we, you know, we get to see each other quite often. But when we were neighbors, we were seeing each other every day and barbecuing and stuff like that. And you do create quite good bonds actually with friends and neighbors, but that would be another vlog all on its own. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to come over, say hello. Yesterday we were over at our first son and daughter-in-law's, and we were at their place for a barbecue with her mom and so my daughter-in-law's brother and sister-in-law and their family. So we were together with them, and yeah, we had a good time. But on the weekend it's going to be kind of calm. Later on, my second son's coming over with his partner, and then we will yeah, we'll get together and have, like I say again, dessert, and probably later on, I don't know, coffee and maybe a few drinks extra, something like that. Yeah, it's summer and we're retired, and we'll be able to do this on a Friday when other people are off at work. That is one of the great advantages of being retired. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Okay, so that's all for now. DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good Friday. And the weekend's coming. TGIF. Bye-bye.